enough that nobody knew what this was going to turn into. I didn't know that I'd have people stand on boxes in front of my office, that Keith would be on 2020.
But my husband, I want my children. I'm stupid for talking to other guys.
But why did James come and get you? I know you guys were talking. I know you've said in the past that Keith has hurt you to other friends. Why tell them those details if that stuff's not true? It's one thing to talk. It's one thing to talk. It's another thing to say abuse is occurring. Everybody I talked to about James said he's the nicest person in the whole world. Yeah, he may be a hockey player, but he is the nicest person in the world. He's nice to a fault. I know lots of people. I don't know anybody I'd rent a car for and drive 9 hours for. Keith, James did that for you.
He was helping you.
He never asked you why. He never questioned anything.
He never put reward money on the line.
He never asked for anything. He didn't ask for sexual relations. He didn't ask for a relationship after you. He didn't ask for anything. He's never even talked to you since.
And yet he stayed quiet until now.
And the only reason why he talked is because we have his DNA. That's the only reason why we got to his door. That's the only thing that led us to his closet. That's the only thing that led us to the bathroom. That's goofy. And that's the only reason why he started talking to us. Once he showed us the bedroom and we started pointing out the holes in the wall, like, you used to have this boarded up, huh? And he said, yeah.
Sherri asked me to put boards up.
Nobody's ever going to be able to answer why decisions were made.
Except for James. I don't understand.
You don't understand what? What parts are you not understanding?
He even showed us, Sherri, he even showed us the letters that were used for the brand and the numbers. I have pictures of them right here. This is the set that was used.
What did the Bible verse mean to you?
How would he have known that?
Why did you pick that Bible verse? Did James pick the Bible verse? We need to be able to control the outcome and what's going to happen next. The only thing we know that's going to happen right now is what you can tell us and what you can shed light on, and for other people to be able to try to understand. If it was a mistake, it was a mistake. But at this point, not telling us what happened, not telling us the truth is another mistake. It's a mistake on top of a mistake. Right now we can start over. We can leave without a dirty conscience, without the what's going to happen next. Right now,
deep down inside, Sherri, I know you know what's right and what you should do, and you should come clean.
Why did you ask James to come to get you? You asked Donovan the night before to come meet up with you. Everything happened at once. You were asking two.
Stupid thing to do.
The thing about it is we were able to prove that Donovan never came up here. But now we can prove that James did. We have the records to prove it. Although you might not think it was a good idea now, 2020 hindsight. At the time, why did you ask him to come pick you up? Was that an I don't know? What's that?
Can't be James.
It is James. We can
Sherri, the DNA doesn't lie. His DNA was on you. Your DNA is going to be in that room.
1 in septillion that it was James. I don't even know how many zeros septillion is, to be honest with you.
That's why, despite your description of how far you might have gone in the car, we already went down there. We knocked on his door. We took those pictures. He understood that the DNA didn't lie, so he came clean. Now it's your chance to do the same. And if you don't, you're going to be shaking your head later and say, I should have told him what happened.
Talk to me like that.
Like what?
There's so many fears right now that we can't even wrap our head around it. There's too many unknowns that we can't control. We can't control what the media is going to do. We can't control what everybody's going to think. The only thing we can control right now is to control that James told us the truth, and that's a yes or a no. What did James lie about? What did James lie to us about? Of the things I've told you.
I don't know. I just don't know. There's just no way it can be James. I just don't know. I don't know.
It is James. That's not even the question anymore.
We know you were in that room. That's already clear.
You described everything in the room.
What you're saying is it wasn't James that came and picked you up by the mailboxes? Is that what you're saying? There's still 2 females? Is that what you're saying, Sherri?
At the end of everything, you had to have known that this was going to come at some point.
I was talking to my mom.
What's that?
This is all my fault. I was talking to so many guys.
Well, we know
Such a stupid thing to do.
Yeah, but then how did we get to Costa Rica? Or sorry, Costa Mesa? Wherever I was. How did we get to LA? There's a big jump and a leap from talking to men to getting in a car with somebody. But that getting in a car with somebody is somebody you had a relationship with. He told us about the abortion. He told us about your guys' relationship. He told us about things that I don't know if you've ever told anybody about. He told us so many things. And he did it all for you. Nobody else. He got nothing out of this.
And you're welcome to go home, Sherri. But right now is your opportunity to tell us the truth. And
Can't be.
are you saying that it was 2 females that picked you up? What's that? Every time I ask that question, it seems like you don't answer it.
This can't be happening.
We sat in a room, you drew out 2 people in a sketch, Sherri. Are those 2 people the ones that took you? It's a yes or no?
I don't know.
Well, you were pretty clear when I asked you earlier, what did the younger one do? You said the younger one pointed a gun at you.
She was there.
She wasn't. It was just James.
Not me.
James was 2 hours late.
We have the rental records from 2016 for the vehicle that he used.
Why?
Because we went and looked for it, because he told me.
Because I was talking to him.
That's clear. You were talking to him. I don't.
This is my fault because I was talking to him. This can't.
We have to control what we can control.
No.
We're to the point, the younger female that you've always described, is she the one that pointed a gun at you? Is that true or not?
Oh, no.
You do know. You told me earlier. So earlier today, when we were talking, I asked you, what did the younger one do? You told me the younger one pointed a gun at you and let you go. That's what you said.
She let me go.
Yeah, you let yourself go. You let yourself out of the back seat. Never even said bye to James. Never a thank you, never a nothing. just an out.
No.
Yeah, that's what James told me. Until you can start telling me that James is a liar and start pointing things out, James passed a polygraph.
This is my fault. It's my fault that I was talking to him. It's my fault that I was flirting with other men. It was such a stupid thing to do. I love my husband.
Flirting
I
with
love
other-
my children.
That's understandable.
It's just stupid for
Here's the deal though,
talking to other
Sherry.
men.
Flirting with other men, not a crime. Lying to me today, yes, a crime. Big difference.
Telling your story of what happened to you isn't a crime.
And I know you're scared of what Keith is going to say and do, what's going to happen with you and your family. Those are real concerns. But we also need to understand the truth. And you're in the best position to give us that. You keep saying that it can't be him. The DNA doesn't lie. It's him.
You were talking to
And
him.
now's the opportunity for you to tell us.
I was talking to him. I was talking to him.
And we've
We
talked
started
about...
talking again when his brother died.
Okay,
You started
That makes
talking
sense.
again what?
when her brother died.
Oh, sure.
And that makes sense. The problem we have is the actions after the talking, after the flirting. There was a big difference between talking on the phone and getting in a car with somebody. So are you saying that James got two females to kidnap you? Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? So if James's DNA is on
I
you,
don't know.
are you, so either we're still saying the younger girl pointed a gun at you, or we're saying we don't know. You've already told me that today, that a younger girl pointed a gun at you. and
You
put
said
it
you
in
didn't
the
want her to get caught. So are we still talking that the female let you go?
That's where we're at. And I don't know doesn't add clarity on simple questions, Sherri. A very easy question. Did James pick you up? You told me earlier that a girl pointed a gun at you. Is that detail, which one's true? It's only one. Only one of those are true, Sherri. You've told both of them. I've told one, you've told the other. Which one's true? Does James need to go to jail for all the stuff that you asked him to do?
I did not ask for this.
No, nobody asked for this. Sherri, I believe you. Nobody asked for this. Nobody asked for ABC News to park out in your driveway.
There was no way you could have predicted that this was going to blow up and to be as big as it was. Not even God thought it was going to turn into this big. Even when he first got the call, he didn't think that CNN and ABC and everybody was going to care.
I'm gonna find Sherri within a couple of days because I found Donovan. I found the people some of the people you were talking to. I've never known about your work cell phone.
Stupid.
But we're beyond that small discretion.
Stupid.
We've talked about that discretion. We've talked about Donovan, right? Remember?
So stupid.
We talked about Donovan.
So stupid.
Who picked you up? Was it James or was it a female that pointed a gun at you? Can you please answer that? You're shaking your head no.
I
So-
will not get. I'm not talking to you about that. I'm not gonna get anybody in trouble. I've told you before. I do not want anyone to get in trouble.
Well, you're gonna get yourself in trouble at this point. That's where we're at. So either James
I didn't
picked-
do anything wrong.
I know you didn't do anything wrong. Right now, you're not telling the truth, which is doing something wrong. That's where we're at. James put himself on a polygraph. Talked to FBI agents. He talked with Peter and I for 6 hours. He told us everything, Sherri. You told us so many truths because you put yourself through.
True.
They were true. You're
But
absolutely
you
right.
don't want to talk about the women.
So, but the one.
You're saying that it's James.
No, I'm
We're
not.
saying James's DNA was on you. We know you were in that room at his house.
Then who
So the
is
question
the
is-
woman? Then who is the woman?
Well,
Okay.
but the
That's
woman,
why we're asking you. It
Did
wasn't
the
the
woman
woman.
point a gun at you and put you in the car? Yes or no? Is that where we're at?
Don't remember.
You don't remember if a female pointed a gun at you and put you in the car? Is that what you're saying, Sherri?
I've always told you I don't remember getting in the car. I've always told you I don't remember getting in the car.
Correct. But did a female point a gun at you, yes or no?
Remember.
Yes or no? It's not a remember thing. You've already told me that today.
You know who she is. I know you do.
No, it was always
You
Keith.
know who she is.
Yeah,
You know
the
you
lady
do.
we showed you is another raise. No, I know James opened the door for you. Whether you want to forget how you got in the car, I'm okay with that. But you've already established today. That's why I asked you today. What did the younger girl do? You said she let me go and she pointed a gun at me. We didn't talk about how you got in the car. Right now I'm asking you, did a younger female point a gun at you, yes or no? What?
I know you know who she is. I'm
We're
not
on the
saying
wrong-
it. I don't want her to get in trouble.
She's not
I
getting in
know
trouble.
you know who she is.
You're getting in trouble.
I'm
That's-
not. I didn't do anything.
Right? But right now, answer this one question. Did a female point a gun at you, yes or no?
I am done speaking to you until I talk to a lawyer. I will not arrest her. I am with my children because of her.
I'm disappointed, Sherri.
I don't understand. There is no way that Chance he loves me.
You did love me. I agree.
Sherri, if you want to talk to your attorney, that's fine. We can wrap this up. If you want to keep talking to us, that's a separate story, but you said you wanted to talk to your attorney, so like I said from the beginning, you're free to go and you can go. I would ask you one more question, just for your own welfare. Do you feel like harming yourself?
Oh, welfare.
Do you feel like harming yourself?
No, I just want to hug my children and go home.
Okay. Well, you're free to go and do that. If you change your mind and want to come forward and talk to us,
This is all my fault because I talked to other men. This cannot be.
you might have come and served a doctor to you.
Where is my husband?
I don't know, we're gonna find that out. You know what Keith is? Keith?
Idiot husband that stayed around the whole time.
Well, there's not, it's still, we can't tell you a lot, honestly. I don't know what, I told Phil to let you know some of the details, some of the stuff coming out.
Can you, I mean, from my side, I feel like, my whole world's gonna flip upside down again. Why is that, why am I always getting held out of things? Like, why can't you just hit me with it?
I did, I told you.
I know, yeah.
Because this happened Monday. We're
No,
Thursday.
you're saying you can't tell me all this stuff.
It's still an ongoing investigation, so you're not gonna find out answers. I mean, there's
Okay.
just, that's the way it is.
Obviously, can you help me, throw me a bone and then go, I mean, she made it up, is that where we're going, right? Or is she trying to come up with a whole nother?
We're not gonna give you any additional details. Obviously, you've heard the questions, so you can
Yeah.
read through some of those and understand. You've seen some of the photos,
Yeah.
so you know some of the
Well,
investigative work
obviously you
we've
saw me, I
done.
was like, yeah, we found him.
And we did.
Yeah,
But you can also notice your reaction compared to her reaction.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's what I'm saying from my side, but now you're telling me, okay, you guys can go home now. Well, do you think I want her anywhere around my kids or around me at all at this point?
And again, we've talked a lot. I don't know what the next stages of this are. That's why.
It's not
that's
us
why
together, I tell you that one.
Whatever those decisions are, I don't know.
But we can all agree that she's not over there, then obviously if somebody can do something like that to their body and try to trick everybody that they're probably not fit to.
It was 4 years ago.
We can't get into that, but I would say, obviously, we are concerned about the welfare. We don't want any kind of domestic dispute between you two. We also don't want...
So give me a quick not legal advice, give me from a sheriff. If I don't want her in my house tonight, what options do I have?
You'd have to get restraining orders. You'd have to get legal stuff.
I'm gonna tell her she has to go to her sister's or something. I mean, she's not going to my house tonight, and I got a call. The next stage of this, please give me the courtesy of telling me when you're gonna announce this so I cannot be at my home.
Probably tonight.
Oh, god damn, you're going quick.
We have
Well,
to
I thought you said
control
it's ongoing now.
Well,
We have to.
we gotta talk about that, but...
It's gonna happen quick.
I understand that. He was thinking tomorrow. I was like, okay,
You
that'll give me
blew
enough
up
time.
everybody in LA. So there's a hornet's nest in LA.
Mhm.
It only takes one person to go and say, hey, I know what actually happened. I want 10 grand. And now they run to LA News.
Yeah.
It blows up without our control.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know the strategy. We still have to, we had to get through this before we can get there. But this,
Is there anything you can tell me next? I thought you said you were gonna tell me something when I came back in. I'm like,
the person that we talked to down there is absolutely involved.
no, I know
Absolutely
that.
everything.
I know that.
So
I remember
that's
giving
what
you
I'm
guys that
doing.
guy's number, so I thought.
So that's where we're at.
And then what does she say?
We're just gonna ask you to be patient, let it play out. I know it's gonna be really hard, but
I
it
know,
also
right?
makes
But
it easier for
little
you.
kids do, though.
Well, the little kids aren't gonna ask you as much as the media will.
No, I
And the
understand.
family members, your own family members.
No,
And
I
you can look at
understand.
them with a straight face and say, look, they're not telling me yet.
But like, even Kettle right now, I was like, well, you guys can give her a ride in the house. I don't even want her in my car right now.
I don't know what Kel said.
And that's what he told me.
I'm assuming we could arrange for her to get there if that's what has to happen.
Because I need to make some phone. If you're gonna release it that soon, I'd like to call him.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I can call you today. I'm gonna go from this to another meeting, and that meeting's gonna lead to another meeting, and that meeting's gonna lead to another meeting, and then we'll be figuring stuff out.
Are you saying you want us to help you with transport for her?
I
To get it back
think
to the
so.
house?
I don't think you gotta give me a couple. I thought you guys were gonna call me back in here with her. So,
Well, she has to leave, so
oh.
she's free to leave if she wants.
So I think we'll talk, and she's probably not gonna talk in here, so we'll probably go out to the car, and then I'll be like, I'm not going anywhere with you until.
If you guys want to type out in the car and then come back up and tell us if you need assistance, let us know.
You have my
I
number.
appreciate that. I think I'm handling pretty good. I didn't punch any walls or nothing.
We appreciate that.
I'm in shock. Okay. All right, thank you.